Each year, the Zambian government spends significant sums of money on the construction of various types of infrastructure, such as roads, schools, bridges, office buildings, and hospitals. However, little emphasis has been placed on the maintenance of such assets, and this has led to their rapid deterioration, increased costs, and health and safety risks. Without a strong policy framework, the lifespan of public assets can be significantly shortened. For many years, Zambia has lacked a policy framework that has governed the acquisition, usage, and management of public assets. And it is with this in mind that the Public Asset Management Policy was launched on the 30th of March 2021. The development of the policy began in 2017 and it was approved by Cabinet on the 26th of October 2020. As its name suggests, the policy provides guidance on the entire process of asset management, including identification, acquisition, valuation, utilization, maintenance, redevelopment, accounting, and disposal of national assets. The policy was jointly developed by the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Works and Supply, but its use will spread across all government institutions. In this podcast, I will provide a brief introduction to the Public Asset Management Policy, outlining its contents. Beginning with the vision of the policy. The vision of the Public Asset Management Policy is well-managed public assets for sustainable development by 2030. The main objective of the policy is to provide guidance on the entire process of public asset management, which includes identification, acquisition, valuation, utilization, insurance, redevelopment, maintenance, transfer, disposal, and accounting for public assets. The policy has 8 specific objectives with outlined policy measures. Objective 1 is to promote value for money, transparency, and accountability in the acquisition and disposal of public assets. Objective 2 is to ensure that all public assets show optimum values and are accounted for appropriately. Objective 3 is to promote prudent utilization of public assets in order to ensure efficient public service delivery. Objective 4 is to ensure that all public assets, locally and abroad, are well maintained in order to prolong their lifespan and usability. Objective 5 is to ensure adequate financial resources for maintenance of public assets in order to prolong the lifespan and usability. Objective 6 is to establish a regulatory and operational framework for maintenance of public assets in order to effectively coordinate and facilitate public asset maintenance works. Objective 7 is to optimize government revenue and minimize expenditure on public assets through the redevelopment of idle and wasting assets. Objective 8 is to promote the mainstreaming of gender, disability, wellness, HIV and AIDS, ICT, and climate change in the management of public assets. The Public Asset Management Policy has been developed based on major principles as outlined in the Constitution of Zambia, the Vision 2030, and National Development Plans. The implementation of the policy will be guided by the following 10 principles: equity, citizenry participation, coordination, decentralization, gender equity, integrity, non-discrimination, patriotism, sustainable development, and transparency and accountability. What will it take to successfully implement this policy? The successful implementation of the Public Asset Management Policy will largely be dependent on a multi-sectoral approach to the management of public assets. Led by the Ministry of Finance and National Planning, as well as the Ministry of Works and Supply, the various ministries will be responsible for the application of this policy. The greater the knowledge of the policy by ministries, the greater the likelihood that they will carry out their tasks and that public assets will be well managed. Additionally, the success of this policy will depend on the ability of each Zambian citizen to embrace its objectives. Each and every citizen is responsible for protecting public assets by using them properly and reporting acts of vandalism, defects, and general wear and tear of these assets. There will need to be a sense of ownership of public assets because they are, after all, public, meaning that they belong to the people and are for their benefit. Furthermore, the implementation of this policy will require a robust monitoring and evaluation framework. The monitoring and evaluation framework will need to include a mechanism that allows any Zambian to freely report issues related to the acquisition, maintenance of public assets, such as the degradation of a road, for example. Well, in brief, this is the Public Asset Management Policy. It's a policy that's designed to provide guidance on the entire process of public asset management. For more details, visit the PMRC website and take a look at our analysis of this policy.